We are covering the Mental Health Parity and Addiction Equity Act, known as MHPAEA, for your National Health Insurance Licensing exam. This federal law is a critical topic, and the exam will test your understanding of its core principle: parity. MHPAEA prevents group health plans and issuers from imposing less favorable benefit limitations on mental health or substance use disorder benefits than on medical or surgical benefits. It's crucial to remember that the law does not require plans to cover mental health benefits, but if they do, they must do so at parity. For the exam, you must distinguish between financial requirements, quantitative treatment limitations, and non-quantitative treatment limitations. An exam question might describe a plan with a $40 copay for a primary care visit, but a $100 copay for a therapy session. This is a straightforward violation of financial parity. Another scenario could involve a plan limiting outpatient substance use disorder visits to 20 per year, while allowing unlimited visits for physical therapy. This violates the parity for quantitative treatment limitations. The real complexity and a common area for tricky exam questions lies with non-quantitative treatment limitations, or NQTLs. These are non-numerical limits like prior authorization requirements, medical necessity reviews, or network adequacy standards. An exam question might test this by stating a plan requires pre-authorization for every single outpatient mental health visit, but only requires it for major medical procedures. This is a potential NQTL violation because the process is being applied more stringently to mental health benefits. Big changes are effective January 2026, and you need to be aware of them. A new meaningful benefit standard will require plans to cover core treatments for mental health and substance use disorders in every classification where they offer medical benefits. This prevents plans from offering sham or token coverage. For example, a plan can't claim it covers autism spectrum disorder by only covering a single developmental screening while excluding core treatments like ABA therapy. Also starting in 2026, the data evaluation and compliance requirements for NQTLs are stricter, forcing insurers to prove with data that their processes are equitable. A major exam trap is confusing parity with a mandate for identical coverage. MHPAEA requires that the limitations on benefits be comparable, not that the scope of covered services must be identical. Another common trap involves plan size. The law generally applies to group plans with more than 50 employees. So be wary of questions involving smaller employers. To help you remember the core concept, use this phrase: fair is fair for mind and body. This mental shortcut reinforces that MHPAEA demands equitable treatment limitations, whether for a broken bone or a behavioral health condition. The rules for financial costs and treatment limits must be applied fairly across the board. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.